No, this is the wrong one.
And try to give some images, not just writing.
I almost got a picture.
Do you have all the center?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Hi, my name is Michael Kinsey. The question is, why should the powder be heated to just below the melting point of the material? If it's heated over the lower melting point, which kind of problems can come out of it? Well, if the part is heated too far below the melting point, the powdered part will not form a complete part. And if it's melted above the melting point, it will lose its form and become a glob and not a usable part.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, my name is Xander, and my question was, what do you understand from the term brazeable, and explain the term impregnated? So, brazeable just means that two metals can be joined together from high heat. So I've drawn a picture here. This is metal 1 and metal 2, and when they're heated to a high temperature, they can kind of fuse together. And then the term impregnable means that something is able to be like put into another thing. So in the case of the video, it was a metal powder part was impregnated with resin after most of the heating was done, because if it was done during the heating process, you'd have deformities in your final part and you'd have like bubbles and stuff. So it's done right before finishing, but after the heating process. And then here's a picture of a gear, and then the resin is impregnated into the metal part.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
I'm Sam Pindrock, and the steps for the glass forming, there was 8 steps, starting from collecting the raw materials like soda ash, sand, or recycled glass. Then we would batch and mix them, making accurate proportions. And then after we would do the initial melting at about 1600 degrees Celsius through a furnace. Then blow forming would happen, either in blow and blow process or press and blow process. Blow and blow is better for smaller, thinner bottles, while press and blow is better for bigger, wide-mouthed bottles. After that, you go into annealing, where you cool it slowly to remove stress, as you gotta make sure that this is done correctly or else it'll crack. Then it goes into quality checks, like checking for split finishes, deformation, or thin walls, mainly done by people just looking at it, measuring, that sort of thing. Number 7 is surface treatment, just to make sure it's got a smooth finish, good to the touch. And then 8 is packaging and delivery for safe sales. Sort of thing.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm Sam Pindrock, and the steps for the glass forming, there was 8 steps, starting from collecting the raw materials like soda ash, sand, or recycled glass. Then we would batch and mix them, making accurate proportions. And then after we would do the initial melting at about 1600 degrees Celsius through a furnace. Then blow forming would happen, either in blow and blow process or press and blow process. Blow and blow is better for smaller, thinner bottles, while press and blow is better for bigger, wide-mouthed bottles. After that, you go into annealing, where you cool it slowly to remove stress, as you gotta make sure that this is done correctly or else it'll crack. Then it goes into quality checks, like checking for split finishes, deformation, or thin walls, mainly done by people just looking at it, measuring, that sort of thing. Number 7 is surface treatment, just to make sure it's got a smooth finish, good to the touch. And then 8 is packaging and delivery for safe sales. Sort of thing.
Thank you, Sam.
Hi, my name is Isaac Wheeler, and I'm going to be explaining the raw material preparation and batching and mixing. So raw material used for glass manufacturing are sand, soda ash, limestone, and recycled glass. All these materials go through a quality check before usage, so they make sure that all the materials are are good to use before putting into the manufacturing process. And for batching and mixing, accurate portions of each material are very important to the process. An incorrect mixture could cause defects or a decrease in quality.
All right, my name is Evan Scanapiego. My question was to explain the term gob and give an example. And so gob is the first outcome of the blown glass method, and one example is when glass blowers start rolling the glass. So there's that first little method where they blow the glass into it and they start rolling, and that's gob.
Thank you.
So my name is Jorge Carlos Mercado. There are two types of forming processes for making glass bottles. There's the blow and then step blow. Blow means blowing the shape into the object twice before ending up with the final product. And then step blow is pushing the shape into powder so that you get the basic shape, and then you blow at the end to get the final shape.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aaron Campbell, and my question was, why are glasses annealed, and what is the reason? So first, annealing is the process of slowly cooling glass after it's been formed. This relieves residual internal stress during manufacturing. So it makes it harder to crack under pressure and makes it much more resilient to dropping and breakage. They do this to improve the glass's durability and to prevent breakage, like mentioned before. So it's very similar for when you temper steel. So it makes it harder and makes it more durable. This is basically the same thing, but with glass.
Thank you.
My name is Tate Irvin. The question I had was what kind of method had been used for the quality check of the bottle. In the video, the method that they used was they picked up the bottles and inspected them all overall. They inspected them all to see if there was any mishaps on them. And some, I put some examples of them, and some of the little mishaps are like off-centered, cracked bottle, or deformation or anything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alvin, and my question was, explain the surface treatment and which kind of processes were used. So surface finishing is for the exterior appearance, functionality, or durability. In this case, appearance of the finished glass bottle. And so there are different types of surface finishing. There's electroplating, blasting, polishing, anodizing, laser treatment, and also chemical etching. And this is an example of laser treatment.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Daniel. My question is, why in the video they use the term aspirin tablets? And they use it because when they create the green part, it's basically a bunch of powder packed together tightly like an aspirin tablet. And when it's like that, it doesn't have a lot of strength. So if you apply it in the pressure, you'd be able to just snap it in half, basically. It doesn't have any of the properties that would have later in the process, because those will be added later. This is just used to get the shape right.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aaron. My question was, what can you say about the first video in the terms of occupational health and safety? And so the entire process was pretty much automatic, and so the main thing you need safety features on the machines, as well as like a filtered mask. Some examples of like safety features on machines would be like an e-stop or like a shield or a barrier.
Thank you.
My name is Jackson Killebrew, and my question was, explain the terms hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. Deuterium was used for what? So hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium are H, H2, and H3 respectively. So that's one hydrogen atom, 2 and 3. Deuterium is used in the chemical process for powder production. It's passed over the powdered metal oxide.
Thank you so much.
I'm Brendan Lepard. My question was 13, which was, what can you say about the preparation of sand, considering the quality of the sand in the video? So the sand was visually inspected, and they also felt it in their hands to make sure there weren't as many clumps as there should be. And they also talked about putting sand through a sift to try to even it all out.